Hello, this is the first video in a series of videos on how to use Google Docs. The first thing we're going to talk about in this video is why Google Docs. Why would I choose to use Google Docs? Well, I choose it for three reasons. The first reason is that Google Docs is like any other word processing system, except for it's all web-based. And because it's web-based, it allows you to have access to it anywhere in the world, to that document, anywhere in the world that has internet access and a computer for you to get to. So you can log in, say, on your computer at school, and then again on your computer at home, and you'll see the changes that you've made to your document in real time. The second reason we do this is that it is accessible from any device. So if you have access to Google Docs or Google Drive on your phone, your tablet, your laptop, your computer, then you can access your documents quite easily, and it auto-saves for you every 3 seconds, so you don't have to do it yourself, which is really nice. The third reason is because it allows for collaboration between teachers and students. So that means that me and you could be on the same document at the same time, editing it together or talking about it digitally through a chat. So that's pretty neat. All right, the next thing we're going to do is learn how to locate and open Google Docs. There's a couple different ways you can do this. So I'll show you the three different ways. The one way is to go and click on your apps feature. Once you're logged into Google and you're on your Google homepage, you'll see these 9 little boxes. And these are your Google apps. And if you click down, you'll see Drive here, your Mail, but you'll also see Docs. So one way to open a new doc would be to actually click on the Document app, and it will actually take you to a page that looks like this. And what this has are templates for different documents. You could do a blank one, a letter, an essay, which you have to make sure that's in the right format that your teacher wants, a report, another report, and look at this, an MLA report. So that's kind of neat. If you were to click on that, it would already be formatted in an MLA style, which is really nice. It will also show you all of your Google Docs on your Drive that you have. So that's kind of neat too, that you can access a lot of these. Okay, well that's one way you can open up a doc. Another way to do that would be to, I'll start from the beginning again, would be to click on your apps and go to Drive. When you're in Drive, you could head over to the New button and you could click on that, and it should have a pop-down box that shows up that lets you add a new folder, lets you upload a file from your computer, upload a folder from your computer, or lets you create a doc, a spreadsheet, a PowerPoint. So if you were to click on that, you'll notice that it opens a document. And you'll notice that the document right now is untitled, so you'd want to definitely give it a title. You'll also notice that it looks like any Microsoft Word or other word processing software, but it's really neat that it's all web-based. So that's one way you can open it. Another way you can open a document, which is the way you'll probably use most often, would be in Drive, go to your apps, and scroll down, and you'll see Classroom show up. Now yours is going to look just a little different than mine at times because I'm looking at the teacher version, not the student version. And when you're in Classroom, you'll see your assignments. So here's the assignment that goes along with this video series, using Google Drive, Classroom, and Docs. Watch this series of videos on Classcraft Quest 1 to learn how to use Google Drive, Classroom, and Docs effectively in school and beyond. So as a student, you're going to have something over here that says Open, or you can just click directly on this, and it will take you to the instructions page telling you when everything's due. And on that, you'll have buttons that say Add, Create, and then so on and so forth. If you were to click the Create, it would have a drop down and it would ask you what do you want to create, kind of like what was on here. Do you want to create a doc, sheet, slides? And you would tell it to create a document. And when it opens the document will be labeled using Google Drive, Classrooms, and Docs _, your last name is usually how it looks. And the cool thing about that, if you've watched the Google Classroom, if you watch that Google Classroom video, will be that when you're in your document, there will be a turn-in button right here. That once you're done with the assignment, you can click to turn in and it will take you directly there. If you don't open the document through Classroom, If you just create it like normal, like we did through Drive, then you're actually going to have to add the document to the assignment and then click Turn In. Whereas if you open it through here, it automatically adds it, and then you would just click Turn In. The cool thing about opening it through Classroom too is that it creates a Classroom file for you in your Drive, and it will share or store all of your documents for that class in your file for that class, which I think is neat. It organizes your files for you only if you open it through Classroom. If you don't, this random document is going to be floating around in your Drive somewhere, and you'll have to put it away in where you want it to go. And so the quick way to do that, let's just say that you forgot to open it through Classroom. So we're going to want to label it. Whoops, see if I can do that without having to type it again. Maybe not. There we go. We're going to want to label it the same name as the assignment. So using Google Drive, Classrooms, and Docs. So I'm going to click on the untitled document to rename it. I'm going to paste this in. You can also type it in, and then you want to underscore your last name. All right, so that's one way to save it. And watch what happens when I click off. Notice it's saving right now, and now it says all changes saved in Drive. And so whatever I do, every 3 seconds or so, it's going to update and say saving all changes saved. And you can also see that it has a folder here, and I can move that anywhere in Drive I want to make sure it's in the right file and so that I can keep myself organized. Okay, so your task is to find and open a Google Doc. I recommend doing it through your English 9 assignment because it's going to be turned in a lot more easily if you do it that way. You're going to create a new doc and then rename that doc. And again, if you do it through Google Classroom, pretty much it does all of this for you. All right, great job completing your first video.